Tell us about the music then, man. So Beyond Belief album, obviously you're stoked about it. So tell us more about the album, like how you put it together and what's the kind of position, what are you trying to play with it? Where are you trying to get with it?
What I really want to get to is to the heart of the people who listen to it. I want to get to the heart of that individual who feels like they need a voice, or they need some encouragement, or they need to be inspired, and they have a gift inside of them and they can't get it out. And they need to fully understand that not only will God open up those doors for you, but he'll walk with you every step of the way through those things that you're scared of doing. So I talk on the album about the issues that I went through as a kid. I talk about that. Hopefully by the time you're done with the first 5 songs of my album, that's vivid to you, and you fully understand what it was like for me growing up. And then after that, I hop into the doubts and the fears and the anxieties that come along with being somebody who feels like they have something that God wants them to do, but they're just so scared to jump out there and actually do it. And so I walk through that. I dealt with that in a different way than most people may. I dealt with that through through basically bigging myself up, like I'm so big, I'm so great, I'm so awesome, right? And that's not the way God wants you to do it, but that's the way I went about doing it. So I talk about that in some of my songs like Spectacular, songs like Overdose. I talk about that. But then after the foolishness of trying to mask those insecurities, God will humble you, and I talk about that part. And once God humbles you, that's when he can open you up for a big time blessing. So after I got humbled, God opened me up and he let me meet my wife, and after that he just blew me away. So the rest of the album talks about my journey with my wife, talks about me walking up there and having that boldness to do it, and then it talks about the awesomeness of being blessed by God and walking through that. And so that's basically the whole album. It's like struggle, blessing.
Yeah, man, that's obviously how it goes, like, you know, ups and downs of life, I guess. But so is this your first album, or have you put out other stuff?
So this is my first solo project. I've been a part of Freedom Music Group, which was an awesome group. It's me, Sean Jeremiah, Miles Austin, whole bunch of people, Chrissy Taylor. There was just a whole bunch of people in that group, Lauren and LA. And so we used to go around the city, you know, just kind of doing that. And we put out 2 projects. We put out Independence Day, and then we put out another one called Misfits and Bangers. And so after putting out the projects together, Jeremiah was saying, he charged me a little bit. He was like, man, I think you're using this group as a crutch. And I'm like, what you talking about? And he was like, you're using this group as a crutch. You're scared to go out there on your own. So, you know, like, stop, put the crutches down and do your thing by yourself. And I was like, all right. And so after that, I started to work on my own project, and that's kind of where we are right now, me kind of venturing out crutch free.
Wow, man. Well, that's a good challenge, I guess, and it's obviously put you on the spot to try and do it. So, I mean, obviously, September it comes out. I mean, and you're doing you've got the track stars backing you, man. So that must be a good feeling, because track stars obviously are quite well known now. And in my ranking of putting top kind of media CAHH profiles, it's kind of Rapzilla, Jam the Hype, and then track stars. That's, for me, that's how it goes. So I mean, for them to be behind you on this must be quite comforting.
Well, I mean, it's awesome. What we were thinking about, actually this morning, we were like, yo, people know the track stars for being track stars. And if you know Ric Sincere, you know him from being on the show. Does that make sense? You don't know him as an independent artist. You don't know him as an artist. And so you know him from just being somebody who's funny on the show, who talks a lot, and, you know what I mean? Something like that. But they don't know me as an artist. And so it is awesome because the track stars are behind me. But it does kind of, you know, people are like, should I take this seriously yet? Is this guy for real yet? And so that's kind of where we are with it. But what I pray is that they love the personality on the show, but I also pray that they get to know the artist and really know what's behind that.
Definitely, man. All right, man, I want to get into your next track, man. So the next one, I want you to introduce it for us. It's and tell us what's it mean. It's Spectacular.
Love Spectacular. So this was another charge by Jeremiah and Maya. So somebody gave me this beat. N8, he was a part of our team at one point. N8 gave me a beat, and they was like, man, this beat is crazy. You got to do something to it. And I'm like, all right, cool, but I don't know what to do. And it was like, well, here's what you can do. You know that, you know, you deal with insecurities a lot. Could you come up with an alter ego? And if you had an alter ego, what would that alter ego be like? What would the alter ego think like? And what would his backstory be? And so my alter ego is Spectacular, right? Spectacular is the alter ego. It's the person who still Christian but not scared. not fearful and ready to rock all the time. And so Spectacular is diving into the alter ego the way I fought against my insecurities. And so that's what you're going to hear. Loso's on the track. Loso's a battle rapper he's actually in the URL right now. He's a part of I think it's Bullpen Battle League, but he is phenomenal. That dude's crazy with it. And then DJ Jeremiah's on the track as well. And so I'm geeked to hear it, and I'm geeked to play it for everybody, and I hope y'all love listening to it.